And we are live here at Davis High School as you're set to see Davis Lady Falcons face the Eisenhower Lady Eagles. The Lady Falcons, they come in at the overall record 20-10, District 7-4, and they're currently sitting in that fourth place position. Eisenhower, they come in with an overall record 6-20, District 3-8, sixth place currently in district. It's Paige Lawrence on the call as we're at tip-off here at Davis High School. So the ball will go right outbound, and it looks like it will be Davis to start us out here. Senior night here at Davis High School. So we saw a senior presentation right before this. A delay in start of the game due to JV going into overtime, where Eisenhower JV took over there and was able to come out with the win. But right now you're watching varsity Eisenhower Lady Eagles, Davis Lady Falcons, and it's in the hands of Ray. Ray, she was awarded 1,000 career points just before the beginning of this ball game. It's not an easy feat at all, as we'll have a turnover there, and Lady Eagles in motion, shot by Morgan, and it's no good, into the hands of Ray as everyone retreats. So it's out by Rodriguez. She'll take the line drive, but no good there. Bouncing right off of the rim. And it's a bounce and turn and go. Great rebounding under the basket, but that first basket is going to go to Lewis. And stolen by Lewis. So Lewis getting some action on both sides of the ball here. It's a loose ball, but the Eagles still come out with it. And they'll call it a baseline, no good. As it looks like Gaines' glasses came off. But she seems to be okay here. As the Falcons have a lone 2 points on board. So Ray automatically swings it to Rodriguez. She'll split, and it's out to the corner, but she's met by the instant double team. So Eisenhower locking up on the double team in the corners. Ray, she'll take the baseline, tries to bounce pass it into Giles, and Giles with the floater, and it's good. So a full court press. The Eagles can't get past it. And it's swung by Rachel Rodriguez, but a hard shot there. But Rodriguez somehow ends up with it. And it's a loose ball to claim. Lady Eagles all over that one. And the rim rejecting it all there. That was Lee. Rim and wide open shot. But they're going to call that first foul on Mabongo of the Lady Falcons from a push in the back. As that's Gaines. Gaines takes the pivot. She switches it out to Morgan. Morgan off the rim. Gaines with the rebound, but just a short shot. So this rim already forgiven here. Unforgiving. But somehow Eagles come out with it. And Ray rips it clean, but she's unable to get a touch on it before it goes outbound. And it's still going to be Lady Eagles possession. Eagles try to get a much needed basket. It's a long one there, in and out, but Morgan's good, and it's a clean three to get this Eagle team on board. Swung to the corner, met by a double team. They'll try to rotate the court here. Back to the corner, and she's inside, but it's right off of the backboard into the hands of Watson. Watson dishes inside to Gaines. Gaines takes the swoop, but it's no good. Getting some contact. Rim rejects it. And it's a forward pass. 1-on-3, but pass gonna be getting some contact on it by the Eagles. That was Marshall. Shot by Lewis, and it's no good. Washington snags it out the air. So far, great rebounding by the Lady Eagles. Exactly what you want to see. It's a quick release, but too much power on it. It's outbound. Now it's the hands of Watson, and it's good. So taking a 1-point advantage right now. And we'll have a timeout called by the Lady Falcons. 5-4, Lady Eagles. We'll take a break. Be back shortly. We're back from timeout. If you're just tuning in, it's Paige Lawrence on the call. You're watching Davis Lady Falcons take on the Eisenhower Lady Eagles. Right now, things in favor of the Eagles just by a point. So it's anyone's to claim here as the Lady Falcons try to figure it out on the offense. Bounce passed out. They're double teaming Ray. Tries to swing it to the corner. Great ball movement right now from the Lady Falcons. It's a bounce pass inside Mabunga. Now to Marshall, and Marshall's able to grab her one. It's a high pass to Gaines, but they'll make it past half court. Picking up some speed, that's Morgan to Gaines. And off the backboard assist, Gaines getting on board there. That's our first basket of the night. So Falcons trying to find their rhythm here at their home court. The stands are full from top to bottom thanks to senior night. And some great competitors on the court. A nice bounce power up by Mamunga. She's able to draw some contact. And they're going to call that foul on Lee. That's going to be her first foul and also the first team foul here tonight. First basket is good. Second, no good, and it's snagged out of the air by Lee. Himya, excuse me. Watson will bounce pass it inside to Gaines. Gaines almost looked like she wanted to take the shot there. That's Washington. Back to Gaines. Gaines looking for a release there. She finds Morgan in the corner. But they're reset. Some pressure by Ray here. It's isolation, baseline. She takes it, but just not enough height on that one. And it's going in the opposite. Ray tries to dish it quickly to Giles, which she does. It's another basket for her. And it's stolen right away by Washington, but Ray's there. And not only does Ray make the basket, but she's going to go to the line and make it a three-point attempt. Shot no good, so it'll just be a basket for Ray. So Morgan tries to find Gaines on the inside. Gaines looks like she wants to take that long shot. A loose ball. Morgan, she'll claim it. It's off the rim, rebounded by the Falcons, and they'll get a touch on it. And it's going to be an early jump ball there. Great awareness there by Washington. And it's jump ball, but it's going to be timeout called by the Lady Eagles. 11-7 right now, Falcons. We'll take a break. Be back shortly. And we're back from timeout. 11-7 right now, Falcons getting real comfortable here, but it's in the hands of Washington after that jump ball. She's looking for an outlet. She'll find Lee. Watson cuts in. She'll take it up from the 2. An assist from the rim will take that. That's her second basket of the night. So no full court press here. Eagles will just set in place. It's a high basket, but getting some contact there. And a travel call here will be a turnover. Foundational errors here for the Eagles. And that's Ray. Ray snags it to the perimeter. Rodriguez with the shot, but it's got blocked there by Morgan. And it's outbound. Last touch there in a really Lady Eagles. So it'll be a Falcon inbound. Rodriguez favors that corner, but just too strong on that one, and it'll go right into the hands of Washington. It's Morgan. And it's Watson. And they'll call a double dribble there. And another turnover for the Eagles. Just kind of hurting them there. But just down 2. Falcons trying to maintain the lead here. As we're just at a minute here in quarter 1. Ray will swing it to Rodriguez. Back to the corner. It's a high ball. Marshall, she'll swing it to Ray. Ray takes it just a bit short there, but Falcons still getting a hand on it, and they'll rule that one last touch by the Lady Eagles. So Falcons will remain in possession here. Rodriguez, she'll dish it out to Marshall. Marshall swings it with a quick pass, but getting jumped up, and it'll be a jump ball. But this time, I think it's still in favor of the Falcons that time. So Washington getting a nice hand on it. Great awareness by her. It's bounced passed out into the hands of Marshall. Marshall's jump shot. It's a loose ball. She'll come out with it somehow. It's a quick pass to Rodriguez, but just short. And now Lady Eagles get a snag there. Got to fight for that rebound, but just 9 seconds on the clock here. It's a loose ball. So the next will have to be a shot. But I think time will expire here. In the first quarter, 11-9. Falcons leading it all. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back momentarily. And we're back in action here, second quarter. Right at the timeout, looks like it's going to be a shot there by Morgan. But that one just a little too short into the hands of the Falcons. Falcons send it in the opposite. Ray takes some time here. She takes the high screen, but it's out to Marshall. A shot attempt by, looks like that was Wilfong. Just not quite. And things are going the opposite. So now Morgan trying to figure it out here. It's a quick pass to Washington. Washington from the free throw line as a roll off of bounds here. Last touch by the Falcons. So Lady Eagles will have a baseline inbound to come. Look like they're trying to split the defender. That pass intercepted by Ray. Just a bad read on that one. She's met with a double team at half court. It swung here inside. And they'll draw some contact there on Gaines. And looks like that's going to be Gaines' first foul there. And the first is good. Looks like that's number 4. We currently didn't have her on the book roster, so apologize in advance for not having her name, but first was good, second no good. And they're going to rule that one a jump ball there. And I think this one is in favor of the Lady Falcons as well. Some quick substitutions. Lee will check in for the Lady Eagles. Washington comes and takes a seat. But it looks like it'll be Falcons ball here. A little confusion on that one as we're under 7 here. Ray will sing it to Marshall. Marshall, she'll somewhat find Ray, but she's met with an instant double team. And it's stolen right away. And that's, they'll switch it out to Morgan. Morgan from 3, but it hits the rim there, and it's a loose ball. Marshall, she'll take the bounce. And they're going to call that foul there. Oh, wow. They're going to call that one on Morgan there. So Marshall will go to the line and shoot for 2. Right now, 3-point advantage the Falcons have. First shot, no good. So second shot is good for Marshall. She has 3 on the books tonight. As the Eagles are met with a full court pressure here. But they're able to get it by Gaines with a quick release. In and out. And it's nice, a big rebound there by Lee. Gaines trying to get a basket up here. But Marshall is just reading these passes in and out, and it's a loose ball. Falcons come out with it. Falcons possession, a high ball to Marshall. Marshall, and she's good for 3. Marshall with a quick release gets right back into defensive mode here. But it goes cross court to Lee. It's a pass and go. And it's a loose ball again. The Falcons is on it. It's a long pass intended for Marshall. As Washington will check back in for the Eagles. And Gaines looks like she'll come and take a seat. Get a breather. But they'll inbound it into Lee. Morgan all over. It's bounce pass forward to Washington. They'll dish it out. to Watson. Watson hesitates. And Watson's able to draw some contact there. That's going to be Marshall's first foul. Second team foul here. As Watson will go and shoot 2 here. First is good. So she'll go 2 for 2 at the line there. She already has 6 on book tonight. It's a bounce pass to the corner, but rejected there by Washington to send things in the opposite. It's a forward bounce pass to Watson. Watson, quick release, and it's 2. Down 3 now. Falcons trying to hold on to their lead. As they're going to call the foul there on number 4. It's her first foul. As Morgan now, floor general for the Eagles now, try to get some rhythm here for the Eagles. It's Watson. She takes the baseline, rolling right off of the rim, but it's outbound, last touched by the Lady Eagles. So now, Lady Falcons, they have not scored a basket in a minute here. So they need one to keep their momentum going because these Lady Eagles are just climbing back. But Lady Eagles tighten it up on the defense here. It's inbound, pass intercepted there. Watson finds it in her hands. She'll find Washington. And they'll switch the court here. Morgan takes the baseline, floats it, gets her own rebound. Twice there. It's a loose ball. Watson's out with it, trying to get some contact, but it's a clean call. So now Falcons back in possession here. And they'll swing it. Rodriguez, no pressure here. Eagles playing very patient defense. They move when the ball moves. And a quick release for number 4 for the Lady Falcons. And that's the point that they needed. She now has 3. Struggling to get cross court there, but a too far pass will send it outbound. As well, I have a quick substitution here. Johnson for the Lady Eagles will check in for number 2, Lee. So they'll swing it. Ray takes the baseline, but she's met with some instant double team pressure. They're doing a great job at closing her out, as she only has 1 basket here tonight. It's a quick release intended for Washington. She called for it. They'll dish it inside, but just too short by Lee. And now just still down 5, but we're under 3 minutes here. In the second is Ray. Looks for the call here. Don't know if that was the play or not. As the ball is still saved, and it's hitting the opposite. It's 3 lone Eagles. Morgan takes the short release, and that's 5 for her tonight. Just a 3-point ball game here. Lady Falcons trying to stay in rhythm here. Marshall strong arming her way through. And an easy bucket for her. Full court press still active here for the Lady Falcons. It's a high ball pass to Watson, but Watson's able to keep it inbound. And tipped by Rodriguez will send it right into the chest of Boisier to send things in the opposite. Under 2 minutes here. No pressure. Just a very patient game we're seeing here. As pass trying to be intercepted, but it'll go outbound. That was Lee. Wow, some substitutions as Anderson and Gaines check back into the ball game. So baseline inbound here. That's Marshall. She'll swing it to Ray. Ray takes the float, too strong on it. Marshall met with some pressure. It's a loose ball. Morgan tips it to herself. Morgan picks up the speed and a quick bucket and contact. And they're going to call that one on Marshall. So that's Marshall's second foul here. As Morgan has the opportunity to make this a 3-point play. Basket's no good, but Gaines fight for the rebound. And it'll be a jump ball. And I think this one is actually in favor of the Lady Eagles. So they'll set it up here. It's a quick ball. Send it to Morgan and bounce pass it into Gaines. Gaines feeling confident. She uses that backboard. You love it. Very old school vibes you get from her, but I love it. Ray on the opposite after that loose ball. We're under a minute here before the half expires. Rada Rodriguez, she's met with some pressure. They'll swing it to Marshall. Marshall tries to bounce pass it inside to Boisier, but she's met with a triple team almost. It's to Ray. Ray with a quick release. And you can see that one from a mile away. Ray with 5 now tonight. Morgan to Gaines. Gaines takes it for herself. Just not quite, and it'll be another jump ball. This one time in favor of the Lady Falcons. 21 seconds on board, 23-17. Falcons still leading. So just enough time for maybe one more bucket. Rodriguez, she'll take it here. And she is good. And that's actually her first basket of the night here as time will expire. And for the half, 26-17. That's first half here at Davis High School. We'll take a break for halftime and we'll be back shortly. And we are back here, second half action, 26-17. Right now, Falcons leading the competition, but Eagles not giving in here. Gaines on the shot. It's a little too short on that one. Rodriguez, she'll take her defender, clear the lane, and it's a quick basket right out of the half time for the Lady Falcons. So the Eagles trying to find their way. Switched out to Watson. Watson looking for an outlet. It's to Gaines. Morgan, she'll switch it over to Washington. They're trying to find a quick release, but this rotational defense, high shot off the glass. Gaines, she'll draw some contact. That one's on the Mubunga there. Gaines will shoot for two. And the first is good. The second is short, but she's boxed out. Giles is all over that one. It's in the hands of Ray. She'll take the baseline. Gaines get a touch on it. It's a high ball. Anyone wants to grab, Ray will do it, and she'll retreat. Have a fresh reset. Falcons taking their time. It's a 10-point advantage right now. And they'll swing it. Gaines intercepting that pass. Watson takes her time here. The switch to Morgan. Morgan. And it is clear for three. She has 10 on the books tonight so far. And that just puts the Falcons in lead here by 7. Falcons trying to keep the ball movement. They've done well at that all night long. But Gaines gets a swipe on it. And I think they're going to call her for it. Yep. So that's going to be Gaines number 2. To send Rodriguez to the line to shoot for 2. And the first is good. As Marshall will come back into the game, Lewis will come and take a seat. And the second is good for Rodriguez. So it's a 9-point ball game. It's a loose ball and another turnover for the Lady Eagles. As they're just struggling on some foundational errors here. And the Falcons just feeling comfortable here. It's a loose ball. Washington not giving in, but she'll find Ray cross court. And a high shot, but it's good. And that's 7 for Ray tonight. Lee met with instant pressure. She tries to send it to Gaines with a quick release, and it's good for 2. Gaines at 5. 11-point ball game. 9-point ball game. Ray, she'll take the quick release, getting some touch there by Morgan. And it's a lead pass. But Eagles waiting on players to get down court. Morgan with the quick release from the corner. But it's no good. She'll find Ray. And uncontested by Washington. Marshall, That makes her 10 points. So 34-23, Falcons leading it. We'll take a break. Be back shortly. And we're right out of the timeout, 34-23 right now. Lady Falcons having it their way. As they try to figure it out here. The Eagles just under 5 here to third. Still enough time here. That one's going to be tipped away by Rodriguez. And Gaines with the last touch. Great effort by Rodriguez to send things in the opposite. Now Falcons possession. It's a high ball right into the hands of Watson. Watson trying to navigate through this traffic of defense. It's a high ball, and they're called the foul on Rodriguez. That's her first. As we'll have a quick substitution. Kimya Lee will check back into the ball game. Gaines will come and take a seat. So different approach here. Morgan to Watson. Watson, no pressure. And rim will reject her there. The Falcons have a reset here, just 4.5. Marshall put on a clinic here. Met by a triple team, and it'll be a jump ball. And this one in favor of the Lady Falcons, so they get a deep breath there. And it's a long shot there. Quick swing to Ray. Ray, she take it. But just too high of a shot there. Will send things in the opposite. And they'll say that one was last touched by the Lady Eagles. So Lady Falcons remain in possession here. Rodriguez sends it right to Watson. Looking for a lead pass. That's Morgan. She'll bounce it off, but the rim just rejecting it all. An outbound pass after being wide open. I don't understand that play. But things will go in the opposite here. Lady Falcons here. Pass almost intercepted by the Lady Eagles. But that's Ray. They'll swing it over to Rodriguez. No one's there to meet her. Rolls right off the rim into the hands of Morgan. So Morgan looking for an outlet. Just find Lee. Lee to Washington. Washington tries to swing it. Watson protecting the ball. She'll take it for herself, but it's ripped by Ray. And it's still going to be Lady Eagles ball here. Met by an instant double team. Lee sends it up. It's off of the rim there. No foul call there on Watson. Take the floater, but just no good. This rim, man, it is rejecting everything. So Lee will go to the line here to shoot for two. They called that one on Mabunga. That's her third. As Lee will shoot for two. First is just too short. As we'll have a quick substitution on the opposite. Giles will come and take a seat. It's like we're trying to get formation right. But Lee, she shoots for one more. This time it's good. And we'll have Gaines check back into the ball game. As Lee will come and take a seat. So just at 3 minutes here in third quarter, Swan to Rodriguez. The defense moving here trying to keep the pressure. They'll swing it out to Ray. She's met by some pressure from Games, and she dishes it right in, making it 9 here tonight. It's a loose ball there, but Morgan still has it. She's looking for an outlet, but Marshall's over there. Gains from distance, just a little bit short there. Marshall with the speed. And it's going to be a potential 3-point play. It's Marshall. She now has 12, potential 13 here. They're going to call that foul on Gaines. Gaines' 3rd foul of the night. So they'll miss everything on that one. And it's good. So Marshall will now have 13 as the Eagles still try to figure it out here. And they're going to call a reaching foul there on Marshall, so that's her 3rd. As Washington will inbound it from the sidelines here. As we're just at 2 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. It's over to Lee. Lee will find Gaines. Gaines should take the outlet approach. Washington's there to clean up her dirty work there. Washington takes some contact, but she looks like she'll be okay there. 15, that's Mabunga. That's 4 on her. Yep, that's 4 as they try to clear that up. But Washington, she'll shoot for 2. First, no good. So Marshall will come and take a seat. So is Mbunga. Marshall, excuse me, and Washington shoots for 1 more here. So it's no good. Loose ball. Falcons all over it, but the Eagles, some intense defensive pressure there. And Gaines will find Watson. So they're going to call the foul there. So it looks like they called the foul on Rodriguez there. So Watson will go to the line as now this Falcons team is in the bonus. So Watson, first shot is good. So she'll go 2 for 2 at the line. It'll be 10 for Watson tonight. Still down 13 here. Falcons trying to protect the house. And then go outbound. Last touch by Gaines. And there'll be a Falcon inbound here. Quick release by Rodriguez. It's a high ball. Body's hitting the floor, but shot's good. And wow, the ball gets stuck here. It looked like we got to get some assistance from the stands. And 1 attempt was all it took. As we have our Lady Falcon to shoot for 2. First is no good. So second shot is no good. It's a loose ball, but Ray's there to get it. No Eagle in sight to claim that one as we're just at a minute here in third quarter. So Ray trying to protect the ball. It's a quick release back to her. Ray with the high ball, but it's going to be into the hands of Gaines here. And now that's Morgan. Morgan with the step back, but just not quite. Watson, she snags it out the air. Sends it back up. Gaines there to clean up. But shots just not falling for this Eagle team. And that's Ray. 30 seconds remaining here. Rodriguez, she'll take the hold. So Ray will come back and put this team back in possession. So no contestation right now. Just a lot of patience on the court we're seeing. Eagles got to step it up on the defensive side. But I understand fatigueness is an issue here. Sends it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez just a little bit short, but she got caught some contact by Watson. Watson, that's going to be her first foul of the night, second team foul of the half. But Rodriguez will shoot for two here. And just 9 seconds on the clock here. First is good. So Rodriguez 2 for 2 at the line. That makes 9 for her tonight. And it's just a few seconds on the clock here. Not much left. Watson, she'll try to send it up before time expires. And she's able to draw some contact right before that clock does expire in the third. So she'll go to the line to shoot for two. See what they call that one on. So they're going to call that one on Giles. That's her first foul. And first shot is good for Watson. So Watson having a night here. So Watson 2 for 2. 12 lone points on the board as time expires here in the third. 41-28 right now, Falcons. We'll take a break. Be back shortly. And we're back in action here for some fourth quarter action right now. Lady Falcons 41, Eagles 28. Falcons trying to hold on to this lead here in the rest of the 8. But the Eagles still giving a great fight. Gaines fighting through on the basket there. And she'll go to the line and make that a potential three-point play. They're going to call that one on Giles, so that's her second foul. First foul of the quarter. And just short, but Gaines gets her own rebound. It's in the hands of Watson. Watson was looking for an outlet. But Gaines having it her way. And that's 9. So down 9 points. Falcons trying to maintain the lead. Eagles look like they're picking up the energy a bit. They'll send it to Rodriguez in the corner. It's a loose ball, but Falcons there to have it. And from distance there, hitting the rim. Marshall's there. And last tip by Gaines. So it's a baseline inbound. Looking for it. They're able to find. But Gaines is there applying pressure. And that's Gaines' 4th foul there. So that's going to be Gaines' 4th foul. Won't be a shooting foul. Rodriguez will inbound it to Marshall. Ray's made about a double team. She draws out the defender. And it's congestion in, and I think that would be. And that is 5 for Gaines to send her out. So Lee will come in for her, and that'll be it for Gaines. She'll finish the game with 9 points. Definitely frustrated after that one. But Bunga will shoot here. First, no good. So those 2 back-after-back fouls for Gaines is really what's going to hurt the Eagles here. But the Eagles still look eager here, as it's just under 7 minutes, down 10 points. It's a high ball. Watson's there. She'll keep it in play here. She's met by her inbound. Lee from distance, it's a little too high. And Lee with the rebound. And a quick bucket there for the Lady Eagles. It's a high ball. Washington all over that one. Morgan comes out with it. Morgan from the side. She's able to draw contact. I think they're going to call that one on Giles. That's her 3rd foul. So Morgan will go to the line here. This game is still pretty close if you ask me. Just an 8-point ball game. 6:15 on clock. But shots just not falling for the Eagles. So neither shot falls. Washington's there to try to grab the jump ball. But that one's going to be in favor of the Falcons. So Ray now in control here. They'll swing it to Marshall. Marshall, she'll take it for herself. Lee takes the contact. And that's Lee's 2nd. So now Marshall will go to the line and shoot for 2. A lot more fouls here in this quarter than I think the entire duration of the game. So first shot no good for Marshall. And the second is good. Marshall has 14 points tonight. As Morgan is forward, tries to low ball it. Too late. Watson's there to intercept. Marshall just comes back and rips it right away. And Ray is there for a quick bucket. Great effort there by Marshall, not letting the ball die. Morgan looking for it. She'll switch it out to Watson. Watson just no good on the shot. It's tipped by Ray. She'll send it up again. Rolls right off of the rim there. But Eagles unable to catch the rebound. So Ray here looking for an option. She'll find Rodriguez. It's bounced past inward to Mabunga. And that's Watson on the foul there. So Mabunga doing a great job of dragging some contact here. And the first shot is good. So Anderson will check back in for the Lady Eagles. And a high bad pass there will send it outbound. We'll have a timeout called by the Lady Eagles, 47-34 Falcons. We'll take a break with them. Be back shortly. Out of the timeout, 47-34, under 5 here remaining in the fourth quarter. As the Lady Falcons leading it all right now, 47-34. And I believe it's Falcons ball here. That is correct. Yeah, Falcons ball here. And it's a long pass down to Lee, but Lee's unable to grab it. As Mabunga, another basket for her. She's able to draw the contact. That's Lee on the foul. So she'll go to the line and potentially make this a 3-point play. And it's good. So she's just been having a great fourth quarter here. Morgan, she's double trapped here. She just sends the ball, and it'll be a jump ball. I think this one is in favor of the Lady Eagles. So Washington looking for an inbound. She'll send it to Morgan. And off the rim it goes. Last touch by Lee, so it's outbound. And now sending things in the opposite. It's to Ray. Ray with a high ball, just too short on that one. And they'll send it up. Anderson on the defense. Doing some great defense there as they'll go outbound. As it's going to be a Lady Eagles ball here. And Morgan should call for it by herself. But Marshall's there to meet her. High intensity defense. It's a low bounce. But Anderson's there. She'll grab it, send it to Lee. Lee off the glass, and it's a big bucket for Lee. Down 14 here. A long 14. Bunga's there by herself. Takes the bounce and spins. It's 7 for her. So Eagles is trying to get the response here. Ray trying to intercept the pass. That's Morgan showcasing some handles from the 3, and it's good. So Morgan with 13. Anderson trying to keep over Rodriguez there. One-handed send over by Marshall's there to pick it up. Marshall 16. And it's a high ball. Lady Falcons there to reach it. It's a loose ball now. Washington's there. They're trying to protect it. That's Anderson. Anderson, she'll find Lee. It's bounce backs into Washington, but Washington just too strong on it. And it'll be a foul there. They're going to call that foul on Marshall. So now Marshall has 4. Now as Watson checks back into the ball game. So it's an inbound to Anderson. Anderson, she'll find it as a quick release to Washington, and a great play out the basket. And Washington, it's actually her first basket of the night. So Marshall tries to take the baseline, but just too short on it. Anderson's there to meet her with some defensive pressure. It's a high ball, and it's grabbed by Lee. And Mabunga with the push from the back, and I believe that's 5 on her. So now it's be 5 on her as Boisier will come into the ball game. Anderson with the ball on the inside. Washington tries to send it to Morgan. Morgan takes the bounce. She'll take it, and it's good. So just under 2 minutes here. Falcons still down. Excuse me. Eagles still down by 11. This is Ray taking her time here, edging out some of the clock. So send it over to Rodriguez. It's cross court, but that's Morgan. Morgan with the quick dish to Washington. And now, just like that, Marshall will foul her out. So Watson to shoot here, and Josh is just not falling on this rim. And that shot is good. Watson now has 13. As Ray will take a time, Morgan will come up to apply some pressure here. as it's tipped outbound. So Ray playing keep away, looking for an outlet there. As they'll call a timeout. Lady Falcons just 1:06 on the clock. We'll take a break with them. Be back shortly. And we're back here, 1:06 left in this competition. Lady Falcons leading it 54-44, trying to close it out here, but Eagles still showing some energy on court. As we'll have an inbound here. It's out to Ray. It's a full court press this time. Rodriguez just takes the ball here, but Washington snags it out the air. It's in the hands of Watson. Coaches tell him to push here. They got to go for it. It's to Washington. Quick bucket for her. So Washington now with 4. It's on the Ray. 37 seconds on clock. It's pushed down. But Watson's there to meet it. Oh, Ray keeps it inbound. Nice effort here. As it looks like they'll just play keep away here. Just 20 seconds remaining. As they're unable to get it across here. And now that'll be a turnover. As the Lady Eagles get a quick inbound to Morgan. It's over to Watson. Watson, she'll try to send it over. The competitor Anderson's with it. She'll try to bounce pass it back, but Rodriguez is there. And that will do it here. As time is in, 54-46. The Lady Falcons will win it over the Lady Eagles to better their record to 21-10 and 8-4 in district. It's been a pleasure to call. Have a great night.